Hi everyone, good morning. This is Dan. Welcome to Engelgeist. For those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. For those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you so very much for your subscriptions. This is the daily forecast. It is for all signs. It is a broad spectrum collective reading, so I do speak in broad terms. You need to figure out if and where it fits, if at all. It is originally created for Wednesday, the 24th of May, but it's not solely set for that date. I do believe that readings can find us when we need them rather than when they were originally created for. They can be timeless. So if you're seeing it on a different date other than the 24th, and it makes sense to your situation, by all means utilize the reading. All of my readings can work this way. For those of you that are new, please check out the drop-down menu underneath the daily video. In there is just some housekeeping rules, things I want you to think about when utilizing the channel, what decks I'm using in the reading, and how to follow me on social media. If you're interested in a private reading, you would need to reach out to either my Instagram or my Facebook business page. Know that I will never initiate the sale of a private reading to you. You would need to always start that conversation. If anybody approaches you and says they're me, it's not me, so just be aware of that. Also, there's simple ways of supporting the channel. You can hit that thumbs up button if you enjoy the content. Subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you get notified when I put up new content, which is daily. Or share the video out or leave me a question or comment. I greatly appreciate those too. All right, so let's see what Spirit wants us to know for the 24th. Wednesday. Also, I will be referring back to the Sunday underpinning reading, which is the reading that populates in the lower left-hand corner. It is the underpinning energy that sort of is in the background working throughout these cards from the daily. So you can look at that video if you want. All right, so let's see what's going on with our cards today. We have the Strength card. Leo energy, major arcana. Yesterday we had Temperance, where Temperance asks us to be a little bit more balanced and cautious, maybe not make a move. Strength to me says that we know what the move is and that we're ready to take it. There's a balance of masculine and feminine in this card, and it's associated with the sign of Leo. I believe Mars is in Leo right now, so if there's action that we want to take, I believe Mars just moved into Leo, if I'm not mistaken. If there's an action that we feel we want to take, now is the time to do so. We have the strength to take care of it, or take the action, make the choice, make the decision. It may not be the easiest of decisions. That's why strength would be indicated here and needed during this time. Strength is the underpinning stone of this week too, from the Sunday reading. So it's interesting we're being reminded of this strength in the midweek. Underpinning this from Sunday is the Queen of Swords. She's gonna the way that I saw her is that she is more about moving forward with logic. Yes, she has some emotions involved, but she's not going to let her emotions lead. She's going to lead with clear thinking, logical thought, and communication. She will be precise in her decisions. She will be clear in her communication. She will communicate from a place that is heartfelt and true, but it may not be popular, is what I want to say. It may not be what others want to hear, or the outcome that others want to see, but the Strength card says to us that we have the strength to stand in our truth, to stand in what we know to be true, and to take action from that place with a determination, with a ferocity, even with this lion here, that allows us to maybe make decisions, take action, draw boundaries, cut people off if we have to. But whatever we need to do, whatever decisions we need to make, we are certainly empowered to do so, not only from this Strength card, but from the power of our own mind and logical thought and communication, right? So keeping that in mind today, if there's anything that needs to be changed, with yesterday's Temperance card, we've done the sort of inventory, the check-in, we've given the patience to kind of hear it out, and now we know our answer. Now we're ready to move forward in that decision. And we do so offering up sort of the best, strongest version of ourselves as we move forward. Let's look at the Untamed elemental. It is Swan. I love Swan because Swan to me is about grace. Swan is a beautiful animal, right? And in Native American belief, it represents the idea or the principle of grace. And so grace also kind of keys into the temperance yesterday about being patient enough to have the grace to allow the situation to inform us without making any rash decisions. Now we understand what the decision is, or what decision we might need to make, and now we're ready to move forward. Let me see, is this not, hold on, I'm looking through air to find swan. And I'll say this too, swans can be very much, what's the word? Like, they can be very temperamental. They look like little peaceful animals, but if you come up near them, they can, like, protect themselves, right? They also glide kind of effortlessly towards whatever it is that they need or want. So keeping that in mind too, as we keep our grace around us, we can move forward in our strength, in this grace, and glide towards what we know to be true. I love that blossom on that swan's third eye. Like, in other words, intuitionally, we know which way we need to go, and we will fight for getting there, is my feeling. So, swan is soulmate. Soft white curves delineate his superior angle. There's no other like him. He is an artist and the epiphany of grace. There's that word. Swan is devout in his perpetuity. He mates for life, choosing his companion with discernment. There are two lovers, but one being, connected by a single stream for all eternity. Together they create dynasties of beauty. His memory is long and his love never ceases. Vast wings shelter his young and carry him with great speed across the sky. Swan indicates the presence of a soulmate. To sound, sing, and be reflected by the sonnet and voice of another, this is a rarity. Whether this person has arrived into your life as a romantic partner or not, they have something to offer you on a quantum level. You made an agreement with them long before you were born to serve each other in this lifetime. Bless this one, for they are here to help you cultivate the elegance of your spirit. Balance, maintaining sovereignty in the instant intensity of a soulmate connection. Imbalance, loving oneself in the ardent reflection of another. And to bring it to balance, stay present with yourself while in the company of others. It's funny because yesterday's message was all about temperance and staying in the present moment, and Swan is still reminding us of that. If some of us are dealing with a tough relationship, that's why strength is present here and the Queen of Swords. We might have to make decisions or set boundaries that that other person may not enjoy or like. Remember, soulmates can come to us in many forms. They can be family members, they can be romantic partners, they can even be coworkers or bosses that we have to work out some sort of, karmic debt, or they have to work out karmic debt with us, or we have to work it out with them, whatever. So our soulmates can be someone we're dealing with that is having a major impact on us in such a way that it requires us to manifest this sort of strength from within to do the right thing, to take action in a way that's balanced, and to sort of stand up for either ourselves or what we know to be true and right, especially with the Queen of Swords underpinning this. Let's go to the clarifiers. We have the Ten of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Three of Wands. So when I look at this and I think of Swan and the Strength card, to be honest, there is this sort of opportunity here, but it feels like to me there's a shift with the Wheel of Fortune and then the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is always about taking action maybe in another direction or looking at other possibilities. And the Wheel of Fortune kind of opens us up to those other possibilities. The Wheel of Fortune will give us whatever we sort of concentrate our attention on, whether it's positive or negative. If we concentrate only on the negative, we'll get more of the negative. But if we concentrate on the positive, we align ourselves with more positive outcomes. Yes, there are shifts and changes with the Wheel of Fortune. I also see those shifts and changes with the Three of Wands there. But with the Three of Wands, we want to accept those changes or shifts in a way that is opportune or optimistic, right? It leads us, I think, to this Ten of Pentacles, which is this abundance and wealth, completion even of a feeling of, having everything that we need and everything that we need for those that we love. Part of me feels like there is this shift taking place in these clarifiers that we need to be strong enough to take or stand for or stand by. That's also the Strength card and the Queen of Swords. Trust that the universe has your back. right? That's the Wheel of Fortune there. Trust that if things aren't like playing out the way that you thought that they would, stay concentrated on what your Ten of Pentacles is, right? Stay concentrated on maybe this is a side route or a different route you're taking to get yourself to the joy of this Ten of Pentacles. Yesterday we saw the Three of Cups also, which was like this outcome of joy that we're looking for or seeking. And I feel like that's similar to this Ten of Pentacles. We need to stay focused on whatever our Ten of Pentacles is and then allow the universe to kind of align that. And as we align with that or open ourselves up to that, we start to see new opportunities on the horizon that we can move towards. They may not be the opportunities that we had otherwise expected or thought, or they may not play out in the way that we thought that they were going to play out. That's kind of the feeling that I'm getting. But we have to kind of, on some level, trust the powers that be, spirit, the universe. We saw a lot of angels leading up to this point, so we have to trust that spirit is all around this. Our guides and our higher self is all around this. So rising up into this higher self-awareness and being strong in that and moving towards that will be the key for today. Even if it sort of doesn't feel like we're moving along the path that we thought we were supposed to. The grounding stone, this is the smallest grounding stone in the bag, and it reminds me of the root chakra. So the word is give. When I think of give, to me it's like give ourselves, and it matches that Wheel of Fortune, like the color matches that Wheel of Fortune. Giving of ourselves to be open to the opportunities that are presented to us in maybe unexpected ways through the universe. Being open and giving, like, also aligns with the Three of Wands, which is this anticipation of something new on order, something being open to things coming to us in different ways. Being, like, the idea of give also to me is about being compassionate while we are being in our strength, if that makes sense. Giving to ourselves too, like maybe the grace of Swan while we move through whatever this situation may be towards our Ten of Pentacles is important. So give ourselves that sort of grace, honor, and give it to others if we can. But if at most or at best all we can do is give it to ourselves, by all means make sure that we do so. Because if we don't honor ourselves, the universe won't honor us either, if that makes sense. And that's sort of the feeling I get here is be able to at least give to yourself, and then you're able to give to others. You're able to see the magnitude of the shifts and the changes and make the most of them, right? And anticipate them with positivity rather than with fear or worry. That is your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Please hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell, leave me a comment or question, and like the video. I will see you all tomorrow. Take care.